Hi, I'm Paul Seal from codeshare.co.uk. Welcome to the 12th episode in this series where I show you how to build a website with Umbraco 10. In this episode, what we want to do is build this block quote element. So we're building on the block editor and we're going to build a one for quotes. So it's a common thing to do, so we'll get on with that. Before I do, I just want to show you that if you are picking this up now and you want to follow along, you can get the code for it by going to github.com/prjseal umbraco-10-tutorial. You can get all of the code up to the end of episode 11 there. You can download it as a zip file or whatever you want to do, or you can go here. You can then go to the branches and go to tags and then just check out the code at that point. You can fork the repo and clone it and things like that. And while I'm on here, just to show you that Andy Boot, who is an excellent member of the Umbraco community, watched one of my videos, the last one that I did about the FAQs, and he was kind enough to do a pull request. And in this pull request, he showed us how we can actually use the Google schema to be able to decorate the FAQ items with the question and the answer so that Google picks them up and recognizes them as FAQs. And then I think it might even show in the search results and things like that. So yeah, thanks for that pull request, Andy. I won't complete that pull request. I'll just leave that here for people to look at and see how he did it. So yeah, thanks ever so much for that. So let's get on with this then. So we've got this block quote. We want to create ourselves a row that uses that is able to create this. The HTML for that is, if we're going to here, refresh this, go to settings, go to templates. Let's just have a look. Just a reminder, you can get into your templates from this way. Click on content page and we can see this is the quote. So there are several elements to this. So we've got a link, we've got the actual quote, then we've got the fig caption. So we've got who said it and like their job title or whatever you want to say about them. So there's four things. There's the link, there's the content, there is their name, and there is their title, job title, I'm going to call it. So let's create ourselves this row type then. So competitions, content blocks. Oh, we don't need competitions, we need elements, content blocks, content models. And then we're going to create ourselves a new element type. We're going to look for the quote, and we've got one. And we're going to call this a quote row. And on this quote row, we just looked at the code for it. So we know that it's what the quote is. I think that's the most important thing. We'll put all of this on this tab, actually within this element. So the actual quote text, enter the content of the quote. I'm going to make this rich text. And I'm going to create a new configuration for it. So I'm going to click on this. And what that will allow us to do, I'm just going to put this in here. So put that in the square brackets, rich text editor. And then I'm just going to say, and then I want to do it small, simple. Just call it simple. Simple and then RTE. And that will help when we're looking for rich or RTE, rich text editor. And with this, I just want to do some simple. I'll leave source code editor on. I'll leave bold, italic, underline, yeah. Justify left and center, bullet list, okay. Not decrease indent or anything like that. I'll take bullet list off. I don't really need most of this. It's not going to have any links, no images, macros, no embed. just having a very small, simple one. So bold, italic, underline. Do I want that? Left, center, and right. Really, all I want to enable is bold if I want, but yeah, we'll leave it as that. That's our simple rich text editor. Submit that. So we've got the quote text. So then we've got the quote author. Enter the name of the author of this quote. String. Then we've got the job title. Author. Job title. Enter the job title of the author. Great, that's just a text string. And then finally, cite link. So enter a link for the citation of this quote. I think that makes sense in English. Link or URL. We want a single URL picker. Submit that, save. So I'd say that the quote text is mandatory. Let's make that mandatory. There's no point having a quote without it. You don't necessarily have to have an author or a job title or their site link. We can go up here, go to Models Builder, build those models. I'm running with .NET Watch Run, so it should start to rebuild the models, rebuild the site. There we go. So that's run. So we want to go back into Umbraco. So let's get the content of that from the template that I pasted on. So let's just cut that out. Content page, right. So we don't need this anymore. I'm going to cut that. Save that. And then let's just create ourselves a partial view. This time we'll do it via Umbraco. So we've got block list, partial views, block list components. So we'll create a new one, new empty partial view. And then we'll call this quote block, quote row. And we will just paste that in there for now. And I want to go onto this and just copy that top part. Actually, on the image row, just copy everything about this and just paste that in up here and save that. So we've got the image row. So we're going to change this to be quote row. Now we won't have IntelliSense here. Quote row settings. Now we need to create that. If it's hidden, then return. Yeah, so save that. Now we need to create ourselves a settings model. So if we go into document types, elements, and then into content blocks, setting models, we'll create ourselves a quote row settings. Look for the setting icon. And then in compositions, we will pick the block visibility, submit and save. So now we've got that one as well. So that's all set up. And then it's just a case of pulling out those properties. So in here, we don't have the IntelliSense, so I'm going to move over to VS Code. If we go and open this in VS Code, quote row. Just do a line return there. So this is if it's got a link. So we'll do at open brackets, close brackets, row dot link, site link, not equal to null, then row dot site link dot URL. Otherwise, null. There we go. And then we can do at row dot quote content, quote text. We'll cut that and we'll use that in a moment. At if, now we'll do if row dot quote author is not, we'll do not string dot is null or empty, white space. Then we want this fig caption. And then also, as part of this, we basically want to append that comma and that site, so the job title. So I'm going to put in the person's name at row.quote author. Also, we want to just say if or. I don't know. I think do you want the site the job title bit after? I don't think you do really if you haven't got an author. So that's fine. So we'll always want to do that if there's an author. And then let's just do at if row dot site job title at HTML raw. Like that. And then we'll do we'll cut that out. So if it has a job title, then we will render it out here at row.author job title. I don't know why it's complaining about this here, but never mind, it should still work. So if it's got an author, then do this bottom part here. We'll render out the author, and if it has a job title, we'll render out that afterwards. We could probably put that on one line, but let's just see how this looks. We've saved that, so let's I'll just copy this quote as well while I'm here, because now if I was to refresh this, it would do it. Actually, I could do with just keeping that. I'm going to keep that in there. I'm going to open this in a new tab, go to the content, go to about. We can't actually add the row, so let's create the data, add it to the data type. So main content, and then we're just going to do add elements, content blocks, quote row, and then we'll just do quote. For now, we'll just keep it simple. We'll just do then $index, so plus $index, like that, and then settings. Whoops. $settings dot hide equals 1. If it does, then hidden. Otherwise, don't show anything. So that's the bit of Angular there for that. And then we'll choose the quote row settings. Submit that, save. So let's go back here, add it to the content, add a quote row. Oh, it doesn't like it. Wonder why. Try again. I'm unable to pick that quote row. I wonder if I've done something wrong in the setup of that one. So I'm just going to go back and just check. Main content quote row. I wonder if this is incorrect. So I'm just going to delete it. Oops. Submit that. Save. And then I'll go back to content about. Just have a feeling there might be something to do with that label that I did. Yeah, probably was. So here, oops, if I click on the source, paste that in and submit. I've got my simple rich text editor there, so that's nice. Earl Nightingale. And then over here, I've got American radio speaker and author. And I've also got the link where it came from. Submit that, create, save and publish. And I will go into the code here and just have a quick look. I think it should be okay. Let's reload the page. Right, so I've not, it doesn't like it. Quote row. Submit that, save and publish. What's wrong with the page? Doesn't like my quote row. Oh, is it at the bottom? No. Weird. So for some reason it's not showing up. So let's view source and just see. Quote row settings. Oh, I wonder if I haven't built the settings. So let's just go to settings. Click on this settings, models builder here, and just give it a chance. Yeah, I don't think I built the settings at that point. I mean, I might have, but I'm just going to guess that that's the one. There could be many reasons why these things don't work. It's just about working them out yourself. Fixing the issues. Let's stop this and reload it. Oh, here we go. Row, author, job title. Can't implicitly convert type string to bool. Oh, there you go. That doesn't make sense. So it was trying to tell me all along. So if not string dot is null or white space. There we go. That makes more sense to do that there. And that's satisfied that error. So that's good. And we'll reload the page and see what happens. There we are. We do have a space after that Earl Nightingale thing because we put it onto the next line. So what I might do this. So I might take our fig caption, well, this part of it, put that there, and then might put that in rounded brackets just to separate that, and that one in rounded brackets as well. So they're both separated out and they shouldn't interfere with anything else. Row is a variable but used like a type. Let's see what I've done wrong again. We don't even need that HTML raw. So we've got row quote author. Whoops. Then we've got HTML raw, so we can just put a comma in. And then we can just do this and save. That should be okay. I'm not sure about that minus sign there. We'll see if that's an issue. Yeah, it doesn't like that. So what you can do is you can just do that. And then we can do that. So that should be okay now. So just saying that it's just some text. There we are. So yeah, it's just a bit of text. There's our comma, and there's that at the end. And then we've got a trailing comma as well. Save that, reload it again. Excellent. And let's put some PY, so top and bottom padding 5. Reload that, it looks good. We don't want padding, we want margin, MY, because there's the grey background on this, so we want to push it out. And then there's the idea that you might want it to be left aligned, center aligned, or right aligned. And I know that we added that to the text itself, so we could possibly take care of it with that, but it'd be good a chance to add another setting type as well. And what I want to do is just create a new data type. So I'm going to use contentment again. So I'm going to use a data list. I'm going to call this and then just do text align. And then select the property editor. So this will be data list, contentment data list. Data source, I want it to be a user-defined list. Advanced, paste in the raw JSON or add an item. So I'm just going to do left. Well, we don't need a description for that, but we might want to have a look at an icon for it. So left. And then we can add another one. So center. And actually, this can be text left. So the value we'll just use straight away text center. And then we'll do another one of right. And we'll look for a right arrow. So we've got right, left, and center. We can do middle, center. Let's have a look for an icon that would suggest the center of something. Maybe those arrows, but going up and down. That will do. Left, right, center, done. So that's our data source, and then we can use Contentment's data list here. Now we can choose the editor for it. So do we want it as buttons, a checkbox list, a drop down? Let's have it as buttons with that on medium with the icon and the text. There we are. It's going to look like this. Left, center, right. So we'll save that data type, and then we're going to add it to our setting one. So document types, elements, content blocks, setting models, quote row settings, and then we're just going to add an extra one. Actually, let's create it as a composition for setting models. And then we'll just do a composition type here, change the color to the blue color, and then we'll call it text align settings, and we will add it as a settings tab. with a reorder for that to be 100. I think that's what we did for the other one. And then add property. So we'll just do text alignment. Choose the text alignment for this item. And then we can just do data list. There we are. Data list text align. And then submit. And we'll do a reorder and make this a 20. I'm done reordering. Save that. Now we can go down to our quote row settings, and then we can pick this text align settings and save. Now if we went back to our content and we've got our about page content quote row, let's drag it to the top because you can do that. And let's click on it, and then we'll do settings text alignment. Let's make it center. Submit that, save and publish. We can go onto here, onto the Get Bootstrap, and we can see. So at the level of figure, they do a class, and then you can do text end, text center, or no class. So that's what we'll do. So at the point of figure here. So we need to make sure that we've built the models again. So go into settings, click on that menu, click on models builder, generate models. And then we'll wait for that to reload everything. We say A for always. There we go. That will reload that. Lovely. Did we make our choice on that? I can't remember now. Quote row setting. Yeah, we've got that. Cool. So now we have that setting available to us. Let's change that in the code. So figure, we'll do class equals, and I think we should just be able to like this. So not string dot is null or white space settings dot text alignment. Then if it's not empty, then we'll put it in, and otherwise we'll just do null. So where these quote marks are here, we'll just do settings dot text alignment. Now that should work. So let's reload the page. It might cause us an issue, I don't know. So at the moment that's on text center. Is that what we chose? Choose right. Yep, text end. And then let's choose left. Ah, that didn't work. Let's just see. The figure has got text left. Let's just do text start. Yeah, that's what we need to change that one to. So we can go into here, settings, data types, text align. I don't like the space. I'm going to call it text alignment. And I'm going to edit the user defined list and just change that to text start. Done, save. Go back here, content, quote row, settings left, submit, save and publish. Go back to the about page. There we are. And I think because of that, and we've got this very simple rich text, I'm going to take off the alignment of this just so it doesn't confuse the issue with that. So if we go back to settings, data types, rich text editor, simple RTE, we're going to just take off these. and then go into the content quote row. There we are, it makes sense. So now we're using the settings for the alignment, and we've got the ability to do that. And if we wanted to, we could add some other settings as well, like the background color. So on the figure, I think we can change this to be BG dark. There we go. Or BG primary. Yeah, you can use the Bootstrap classes and things like that. We'll leave it for now, but it's just the idea that if you wanted to, you could add more settings and get those to change those settings. But we'll leave it at that. Yeah, so now we have a quote block. So we've implemented that as well now. I hope you liked the video. If you do, please click on like and subscribe to my channel. If you do the bell notification, you'll be notified when new videos are out. We've got one more video to go in this series, in this mini series within a series about the block list, just because I'm enjoying doing these different blocks. And there's one that people have asked for, and that's a carousel. So we'll do a carousel next on the next video. Thanks again to Andy Boot for that pull request. If you did want to say thanks to me, you could buy me a coffee, but there's no obligation. It's just coachshow.co.uk/coffee. But as always, the videos are all free anyway, so just enjoy them anyway. And yeah, see you on the next video. Take care. Bye.